Hi, everybody, and welcome to Tuesday Zoom. Today, we're going to be talking about labeling your CPT and how you can get the most out of your manuals. And this is what I feel for myself, and all I can do is share my experience that some of these things really help me. Good morning, Abigail.
Good morning.
Do you have your CPT handy?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, because that's what we're going to be looking at today. And so I'm going to pull this a little, well, I'm going to try to get this in. Can't go that way anymore. All right, so this is kind of what we're looking at. Do you guys see I'm on, see all of my little tabs up here and over here? And they're not just the ones that came with the book. That's a lot of what we're going to be talking about today. But the first thing that I want to talk about is if you can go to page 5 of your CPT. It's either on page 5 or 7. I got two manuals open over here, just making sure I cover all the bases. And what we're looking at is our decision tree for new versus established patients.
CPT page 5, you said?
Yeah, it's either page 5 or page 7. It depends on the 2022 is 7, the 2023 is 5. Morning, Katie.
Good morning.
So we're looking at this decision tree, and let's look at the very top box that's in blue. It says received any professional service from the physician or other qualified care professional or another physician or other qualified healthcare professional in the same group of the same specialty within the past 3 years. So you just see the lines go that yes, they're an established patient if the exact same specialty. So that's a little tree to help you determine whether it's a new patient or established patient. I've never used this tree. I think that just knowing if they haven't been seen in the facility for the last 3 years, then obviously we know that they haven't, they're going to be a new patient again. They're not established. So, but I just wanted you guys to make sure that I wanted to make sure that you guys knew that this was here in case you had a more complicated situation with the patient, and you could use this as your guide. All right. So the very next thing I want to tell you is these green pages are your guidelines. All the stuff that you're reading in your book, it's coming from these green pages. They're teaching you the guidelines in your textbook. So let's go to page 13. And we're going to be looking at new patient. So what's important for you to know about a 99202? If you look down, you're going to see it's 15 to 29 minutes. I'm highlighting that because that's important to know. Your 99203 is 30 to 45 minutes. That's important for you to know. Another thing that's important for you to know, 99202 is a straightforward MDM, which is medical decision making.
Where you see that at? That's on page 13.
Yes, ma'am. Or let me see, 13 or 19, depending on which CPT you have.
Yeah, my page is on 19.
Yeah, mine's too.
Yeah, that's why I pulled out both manuals, because some students are in 2022 and some are in 2023. So I'm
Okay.
just, I'm trying.
I need to grab my highlighters.
Okay.
So you said that we highlight 99202?
No, under 99202, you need to highlight the word straightforward and then 15 to 29 minutes. Now, this is optional. You don't have to do this. This is what I do in order to be able to get to know my manual better.
Okay.
And then on a 99203, you're going to highlight low level and 30 to 45 minutes.
Mine says 30 to 44 minutes, just so you know.
Oh, what did I say?
45.
99245. Yep.
It is 30 to 44 minutes. I don't know what I said from where. Sorry.
It's okay.
I can't read the book. Okay. So those are new patient codes. Let's go ahead and turn our page. And we're going to look at a 99204. And we're going to highlight moderate level and 45 to 59 minutes. And a 99205 is a high level and 60 to 74 minutes. Okay, so those are our new patient codes. Let's talk about established patient. Let's look at 99211. There's no time there, is there? So let's figure, what is a 99211? It's for the evaluation and management of an established patient that may or may not require the presence of a physician or other qualified healthcare professional. So have you ever been to a doctor and all they needed to do was like the nurse practitioner came in and took your blood pressure and all of that? This is your nurse practitioner code. This is anybody that's not the physician that comes in to, they're not the lab person or anything like that, but this is someone that could check your Coumadin levels or read your EKG. This is your nurse practitioner codes, physician assistant code. I usually put NP/PA. And it could be a nurse too, but that just reminds me that this is a non-doctor code. This is other healthcare providers. Okay, so let's look at a 99212. It's going to be straightforward, 10 to 19 minutes. A 99213, low level, 20 to 29 minutes. 99214, moderate, and 30 to 39 minutes. Then 99215 is high level in 40 to 54 minutes. Okay. So you guys understand that? Right now, I just want you to get the information highlighted. When we start coding and such, you're going to see why this is important. Any questions on any of those codes?
No.
Okay. All right, I'm going to lift up because I want to look at you. All right, I want to talk about the 99205 and the 99215 for just a minute. Those are your highest level codes. They're both high level, right? Which means they get paid top dollar for those codes. Anytime that you bill a 99205 or a 99215, you're going to have medical records because the insurance company wants to know why you charge it so much. Another tip. Notice that the new patient codes are 9920 and established patients are 9921. So that should give you a really good indicator that you're not in the right spot. If you're established, there's got to be a 1 in there. And if you're new patient, it's going to be a 0. Okay. So now what I want to show you is I'm going to go back to the beginning. On my little pink tab here, I have new / established patient. And I know that that's what is right here. So I can just turn right to it. I want you to look on page 15 or page 21, whichever manual you have. So in green, in bold, it says hospital observation services. So I made a tab that said observation. Then I turn one page over and there's discharge. And if you see there in red, it says hospital inpatient or observation discharge services. So there's only 2 discharge codes. It's 99238 and 99239. Then right on the very next page, you see consultations. And so I labeled consultations. Okay, now the next page is ER department services, new or established patient. These are emergency room codes. You can actually label whatever you want to. I do not label everything, but this is something that I want you to label.
What page is that on?
On what, sweetheart?
What are we talking about right now?
Oh,
It's
doing
gonna
our
be
labeling.
the one, the ER services.
well,
No.
Page 30?
Yeah, it's 30. Yeah.
I think.
so everybody has the 2022.
I do.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
2022.
my
I have
God, they're
both.
stuck in the 2023. I've already got this one all done. Okay. So, anyway, so you can label any of these sections as you want to. Like I said, I don't label everything. I don't know if you can see my little tabs. But something that I do want you to label is found on page 49. So if you can turn there for me. 48 and 49 is where we are. Okay, you need a tab that says preventative care. And your new patients are 99381 through 99387. Your established are 99391 through 99397. And your indicator on what code you're going to use for preventative medicine is age-related only. So on page 48 and 49, I don't care how you label it. I have my little, I got these on at Walmart, the little thicker ones. But preventative care, I'm going to tell you when you start coding preventative care, which is going to be not today or tomorrow, but it's going to be hard for you to find it. It eludes me every time. So those are the only things that I'm going to tell you that you need to label is preventative care, and then observation and consultations and things like that, because this is the part of your CPT that you don't have to necessarily use the index. You can just use your manual.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to remind you guys that everything that you're reading in your textbook is the guidelines of each section. So all of this green, if you would rather read that. Also, I want to tell you about a YouTube lady. Let me see if she's still there. I've been watching her for years. She's called the Queen of Guidelines. I'm sorry, I'm looking to see if she has an evaluation and management. Queen of Guidelines. See this one. Yeah, I don't see one for evaluation and management. That's okay. Hey, Dr. Drew, but if you would rather read your manual and highlight in here, you'll be doing just fine. I believe today you guys have a little worksheet for you to do definitions. It's established patient, new patient, observation patient. I believe that's today. Have any of you looked at day 13 yet? Lab. Let's see.
I have not.
It's terms to know. And it is consultation, admission, office visit, newborn care, established patient, inpatient, new patient, and outpatient. All of that can be found in your textbook. So it's not a real heavy lab day. Oh, and there's also your PowerPoint slides are there. There is a lady, I have a video up for you, how to code evaluation and management. It's 10 minutes. I love this lady. Please take 10 minutes to listen to her, because she has ways of putting things that are a little differently than me, and it may click a little bit better. And then I think I just have some basic information for you to read. Yeah. That's it. It'll be a light lab day. All right, do you guys have any questions about this first little bit of your CPT manual?
Yes. What's some little sticker things for this on the second page once you turn?
Say that again.
What those little stickers are for? The green, blue, and red stickers that stuck to the page.
Oh, you're talking about these?
Yeah. What that's for?
That is for you to label the chapters in some of the sections of your CPT. I'll give you an example. Let's see. Let me find mine. Let me pull out the other one, because it's easier to see because it's not so labeled up. So let me flip it. You see this little red right here?
Yes, yes.
That's E and M. So you would take your E/M off of here, and you would put it on the E and M section.
Oh, so you're basically just labeling your chapters.
Yeah. The ANS is the anesthesia. Then here you're going to have surgery, but surgery has lots of different sections. So I put surgery and then the integumentary system, and you just kind of follow along with what these are, like you know, respiratory system, cardiology, digestion, and you just use these labels and they go with each different chapter of your CPT manual.
Okay.
All right, any other questions? I told y'all headache free today, but to me, this is one of the most important things I'm going to tell you because it's all about labeling and getting into your manual and to be comfortable doing that. And for me to be comfortable doing that, I have to do things a certain way. I do want to, let me show you guys something really quickly. It's going to be in a lecture a little bit further down, but I wanted to show y'all something that I do in my manual. Here, let me. Now, this is newborn care, by the way, but I like to highlight things and make notes. So, for example, this in pink right here, the 99461, this is for a birthing center. And so I just wrote birthing center there. Here is for a same day, and it says same day. Down here is requested. This is a requested extra physician when someone's giving birth, and I just wrote requested. And this is if they have to do any sort of resuscitation in the birthing room, you know, when they're giving birth. And I wrote resuscitation. Now, that's not something that is directly related to your lesson right now, but I wanted to show you. This is your manual. Highlight, make notes, draw a star, make a symbol system for yourself, whatever speaks to you. If none of that speaks to you, then you don't have to do any of it. But I just want you to remind you, this is your manual. You can write in it, you can label it. The only thing you can't take in with you when you take your NCCT is if something falls out when you do this, then you can't take that in. You can make little notes in every little section. The biggest thing is you have to know where you're putting stuff and that's important to you. This is your manual. Starting now, we're going to be working in our manual and doing little lessons of, okay, this is how this needs to be labeled, and this is what this needs, and make note of this so that you can get to know things more, if that makes any sense. I'm hoping I'm making sense.
When we do the test, the NCCT test, we can take our manuals with us.
Absolutely. Girl, you
Okay.
remember all these codes.
How you do it? Okay.
Yes, you get to bring your CPT, your ICD-10, and your HCPCS.
And are we allowed to have sticky notes in them?
I will say double tape them. If you put a sticky note in, put a
As long as they don't fall out, huh?
so it does not fall out. But yes.
Okay.
Okay, I did forget about one thing I wanted to show you. It's okay, you know, you have your front cover, and on the back of your front cover is your modifiers. I want you to go to the very first paper page. It says place of service codes for professional claims.
Mm-hmm.
So when you look at that, place of service code 01 is the pharmacy.
Pharmacy. Mm-hmm.
This is important. It actually goes on your CMS 1500 form. But when you do electronic filing, it just automatically goes in there.
Mm.
So, you know, let's look at 03 is school. So if your kid goes to the nurse's office in a school, that's the school. 04 is the homeless shelter. I mean, who would have thought that there was 11 is office? So numbers in coding have all different rhymes, reasons, and meanings. So in order for the third-party payer, the insurance to pay, they want to know where you got your service. Was it in an office? Because you can't be billing an ER code in an office setting, right? So it gives them the full picture of what they need to know. I just wanted to point that out to y'all so you would know where that was and what those numbers are used for. Any questions? Nope. You guys have, sorry, have a terrific day. Let me know if you need anything. I hope you learned something. I hope you're excited about getting in your manuals now and kind of seeing what they're all about. Because the more that we know them, the easier they are to navigate. So, and we have quite a while in this CPT, so I would rather us get comfortable with it right out the gate. So, all right, have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.